5, 7, 2, 1.
Wake up. Wake up! It's important that you cooperate and answer our questions. Do you understand?
Who are you? Where am I?
That's not important right now. What's important is who you are. What's your name?
Kiss my
Your name is Agent Espo. You have no subscribers and basically no videos. We know your mission took you outside of LARP v jurisdiction. Where were you? We're not playing any more games with you, Espo. We need to know exactly where your area of operation was. I don't think you understand what's at stake here. The future of the time continuum depends on it. What happened to the lost LARP commander?
Laos. We went to Laos. I was handpicked for a very special mission. The kind of mission you don't go on twice in your life. The kind of mission you don't talk about. The kind of mission you never want to go on again. My mission was relatively simple that day. To find and destroy one of our very own. A rogue LARP and observation commander who had abandoned his unit weeks ago and was now feeding intel to the enemy. I learned an important lesson that day. LARP is hell. You think people are gonna think this is racist? I'm just trying to get it historically accurate. What do you think?
Who cares about historical accuracy? This is the racially diverse Viet Cong.
What was I thinking? Of course, we're good to go. Oh my... They're literally in the trees. Firebase Echo, this is Python 2-5 requesting a napalm strike. I have eyes on the enemy camp, over. Firebase Echo, this is Python 2-5, how do you hear me? I have eyes on the enemy camp, over. Firebase Echo, how do you read me? I was in a bad situation. No comms, no backup, no napalm. I relied on my training to get the mission done.
Lựu đạn nằm xuống.
What in tarnation?
Ay, caramba!
There was no sign of the commander anywhere. My mission was only getting started. I tried my radio one more time to see if I could get a response. Firebase Echo, this is Python 2-5. I've cleared an enemy camp. Over. Python 2-5, no sign of a the runaway target. That's when I knew something was wrong. I was being watched by someone or something. And not in the typical the trees are speaking Vietnamese way. This was different. This was much, much different.
Agent Espo, den ich lang erwartet habe, treffen sich.
What did you do with the lost LARP commander? Where is he? Who are you?
Der LARP-Kommandant existierte nie, es war nur ein Trick, ihr Feuerbasis-Echo von innen heraus zu infiltrieren.
I didn't want to believe what he was telling me was true.
Firebase Echo, this is Python 2-5. I got eyes on some sort of enemy, some sort of overused meme. I'm not sure what he is. Over.
We're under attack, we're under attack. There's so many mustaches. Is that Brandon Herrera? It was a setup.
We were set up that day. Everything he said, it was true.
Sobald wir dich töten, werden wir endlich auch alle Reiche der anderen befreien.
You wanted a war? I'll give you a war you've never seen.
Aha, aha. Uff.
I killed him. He was dead. But that didn't stop what followed.
The American Python 2-5, we know where you are and we are coming for you.
I was next. I knew I had to get out of there. I had sprung the trap that they had set for me. I was taking fire from everywhere. That's when something jumped up and bit me. It was 762. I got bit by 762. I returned fire immediately. I didn't see a single one of them, but the gunfire stopped. I don't expect anyone to believe me, but I know what I saw, and it shook me to my core.
Sie dachten, sie könnten uns so leicht aus dieser Zeitleiste entfernen.
So the M16A1 is a gun that I've had in my mind, want to build out for a long time now. Can you really call yourself an American if you don't have an M16? Prior to a few weeks ago, I wasn't an American. But now, I am. It's kind of hard to find parts now. The retro world is getting really saturated. And the carry handles are getting kind of hard to come by. This is a gun that I put together here recently. This is a Colt 20-inch barrel upper from the 70s, CH marked and CMP chrome bore. H&R official properly marked lower receiver. Kind of going over the build, we got a A1 buttstock. I got this off US Collector Ordnance, and they do a lot of surplus parts, and they kind of do one package where they refurbish them a little bit and they clean them up a little bit. That's the one I went with. This one does have a lot of marks on it and stuff, so these did see use. So going on the pistol grip. Pistol grip is an A1. It's like that weird, kind of looks like it's dirty. It's not dirty, it's just, that's how the fiberglass material will wear over time. We got the teardrop forward assist. This is something that was added just because soldiers wanted it. The M16E1, I believe, is the first one that had forward assist. There's a lot of controversy about the forward assist, if you need it or not, but who really knows. Magazines, we're rocking Brownells 20 round mags. I got these loaded to 18 for the culture. Parts kit's a CMMG parts kit. Bulk carrier group is Brownells. And of course the carry handle in the upper, which is probably the coolest part of this whole build because it is a timepiece and it is from the 70s. A1 rear sight, and of course, you know, everything about it is Colt. The handguard is a US Collector Ordnance once again, and the slip ring, of course, is it's like a Brownells or something like that. I have a M16A1 cleaning kit in the buttstock, but it's really hard to get in there. Sometimes guys would take cleaning barrels and they would tape them to the outside of the gun. So it's kind of cool. There's no comedy in this. Cool story with the M16 upper. I got this from a local pawn shop. The guy there had it like behind a bunch of boxes in storage in his shop for like 12, 14 years, because I guess when Obama was president, the police didn't have a lot of ammo. The local police department had M16A1s, and in exchange for this local gun store's ammo, they gave them M16A1 uppers. They kept the lowers because the lowers were M16 full auto lowers, but the uppers they gave to the pawn shop guy. When I picked this gun up, it only had the barrel. There was no flash hider, which this is an A1 flash hider. But yeah, I had no gas tube, no handguard, and no slip ring, so I had to get those things put on, and then it was good to go. So it was a pretty cool find, especially since it was there for so long, and with how much hype there is now about carry handles, it's kind of like pretty cool to see that one was waiting for me this whole time. As far as running a 20-inch gun, honestly, it's pretty awesome. I don't know how these guys were, you know, they were walking through the jungles in Vietnam with these things. I could see why, like, the guys that were running like the XM177s and the Colt Commandos were they really liked those guns just because of how small they were. I noticed that the A1 flashlighter does blow a bunch of dust everywhere. That's why the A2 is a little bit different. There's a lot of cloners that would see this build, and there's guys out there that will want to get everything Colt, like the fire selector, mag release, everything Colt. So they would probably look at this and think that this is a pleb rifle, but I'm happy with it. It's a pretty cool little piece of history, I think. A lot of people, they'll find these builds and they'll put like an Anderson lower on this thing, but I did not want to disrespect this rifle in the history of putting a Anderson lower on it. So I had to wait for the H&R M16A1 lower to show up. But you can see, like, in the back, it's not as reinforced as it is on like the A2 or some of the modern ones. And there are seam marks and forge markings all over these things, the way that they would have been you know, in the late 60s, 70s when H&R was making these things. As far as the color matching, it matches up pretty well with the Colt Gray. Some people they go out on Gunbroker and they'll spend $800 on a stripped upper receiver, and then they'll go get an Anderson lower and then spray paint it to try and get that gray finish. But with the H&R, you're gonna get that. I am not paid by them. I paid for this with my own money, and yeah, probably no one from H&R is gonna see this video, but I'm not shilling for them, but I am saying that these low receivers are pretty awesome, and you're not going to get a property of U.S. government marked M16A1 unless you have one with a forbidden third hole, which could be, at this point, $30,000, $20,000 depending on, you know, where you find it. If you enjoyed this video, and if you enjoy Vietnam, and the aesthetics, and the music, carry handles, like and subscribe. I've had a lot of fun making this video. This is a video I've wanted to make for a long time. This is a gun I've wanted to have for a long time. I'm glad I'm finally putting it out there. So with that being said, catch you guys on the flip side.
737 coming out of the sky. Oh, won't you take me down?